Hi, and welcome to lesson number 3 for Entre los Aguas. Now we've reached the lesson that you've been waiting for, the lead guitar. In lessons 1 and 2, we covered how to play the 2 different rhythm guitar parts. And now this time, I'll show you how to play the lead guitar part. So from this point on, our lessons will be broken up into several parts, as we covered the lead guitar part, section by section. So that'll be more digestible, figuratively. So as you open up your tablature, you'll see that we start on bar number 9 with a very laid back and very simple downward strum of the thumb holding an A minor 7 chord, extending into bar number 10. Then for bars number 12 through 16, we follow the same chord progression that we learned in lessons 1 and 2, which is B minor 7, and back to A minor 7, and then resolving with B7. The solo begins at the end of bar 16, on the and of 4, with the third finger on the 3rd fret, followed by 2 descending pull-offs of G to G flat and G flat to E. Now notice here that at the end of this line, in the middle of bar 18, we end with an A minor 7 chord, instead of just playing a C note by itself. Here's what I mean. By doing this, we can add some more context, even though we already have 2 rhythm guitar parts accompanying us. But we've got to think about those occasions when we might not have anybody else accompanying us. So, because of that, we'll play the chord along with the melody. Like that. Then, climbing up to the A note in bar 19, and heading back down to a B minor 7 chord in the middle of bar 20. Then tracing our steps back to A minor 7 chord in the middle of bar 22. Then some abrupt pull-offs in bar 23, resolving to our B7 chord in the middle of bar 24. Then repeating the same theme from the previous bars of 25 and 26. Some very adventurous slides up and down the neck between the 5th and 9th frets in bar 27 and landing into a B minor 7 chord. Then headed back up to another adventurous slide between the 3rd and 7th fret, and then back to this A minor 7 at the beginning of bar 30, and then resolving to a D sharp right after a fast pull-off in bar 31. Then we do another fast pull-off in bar 32 with some ascending picado and some descending apoyado in bar 33, ending in an open B note on the 2nd string. Now here it's important for me to clarify the difference between the terms picado and apoyado. Here we ascend in bar 32, and we use a staccato effect with our playing fingers, which we call picado. So here we play a note with one finger, and then we abruptly mute that same note with the alternate finger. So we do this in a consistent alternating pattern. So for example, you want to play with the index finger, and then mute with the middle finger, then play with the middle finger, then mute with the index finger, then play with the index finger, and then mute with the middle finger, and so forth. So with the technique of picado, you can liken your playing fingers to that of a tangent on a clavichord. So this is a part of the instrument that picks the strings. And in this analogy, your muting finger can be compared to that of a damper on a piano. Then I'll mention also what apoyando is. Apoyando is simply just striking the strings with an alternating pattern with no muting going on. So apoyando is the default way of playing, really, with your alternate fingers, where you just allow the strings that you just struck to ring out. Now moving on to bars 34 and 35, we go up and down the scale in an Uilleann mode in the key of E major. Then we hit the D note to finish out that line along the scale, and then we stretch it a little bit with the D sharp note for some tension. And then we release that tension with a pull-off from C to B. And then closing it all out with this B7. Now let's go ahead and play all the way through at 84 beats per minute. And that's it. Thank you for watching. And don't forget, you can get all the tabs, backing tracks, and more over at patreon.com/flamenco for you. We'll see you at the next lesson. Take care.
For more information and to receive free materials, news updates, and more, subscribe to Ben's newsletter at flamencoforyou.com.